Hey guys, welcome to week 4 of MC101. It's kind of hard to believe that we're this deep in the semester already. We're a quarter of the way in. You guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work on the forums. I've been very impressed with that. This week we're going to talk about what sounds like kind of a boring topic. It's about research and mass audiences, but it actually determines to a great extent what we get to see and get to hear in the media. Some of the key lessons, the key things I think you ought to pull out of this one is understanding that we use audience research to determine what content we want to produce. If we think it's going to be a marketable media product, if we think that there are viewers and listeners that want that content, because if they're not paying for it, we need to be able to kind of broker that audience to advertisers. So we need to be sure that there's enough eyeballs and ears there. So we use it to develop content, and we also use audience research and mass audience research to determine what it should cost to advertise. There's a reason why a spot in the Super Bowl costs $5.3 million and why a spot in local TV costs $500 or why a spot in Grey's Anatomy is $100,000. And it's based on those eyeballs. And the way that we find that out is through those various means of audience research. So you're going to learn about the Nielsen Company and Arbitron. And it's very important to kind of understand that that's how the business side and the cost side is set in most mass media business. Other ideas, we're going to learn about ratings. It's a pretty simple thing, and there's a Loom lecture on there for you that kind of goes over that. And you've got the material in the PowerPoint and the text on that. And the other big concept that I think we want to key in on is fragmentation. And what that's doing is taking all of an audience, and instead of only having a couple of things they can watch, we have lots and lots of different things they can watch. So the famous stories, when I was a kid, there were 3 TV networks, which meant that on any given night, there was probably a 1 out of 3 chance somebody was watching one of your shows. Now there's hundreds of ways to watch TV. And what we've done is we've taken that audience, instead of maybe having 3 different choices, they have hundreds of choices. So we're fragmenting audiences, breaking them down into smaller and smaller pieces, which is good on the consumer side because it seems like we would have lots more choices, but it makes the business of media hard because you just can't get as big of an audience as you used to in the old days because they have so many more options. So fragmentation is a really big concept out of this chapter. You're going to have a forum on the text material. There's another video to watch on media literacy about ownership, and it kind of relates to some of this, so we'll put that in there as well. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to have your first paper due. And there's some details on Moodle about what you're expecting. And I think probably next week I'll give you a little expanded idea of what I'm looking for on that. So if you got any questions, shoot me an email. You guys are doing great. Keep up the good work. Take care of each other, and I'll see you online.